I didn't scroll for 7 days. Here is how it changed my life. Hi, my name is Alexa Bowling, and I'm currently a Northeastern graduate student living in Boston. I love to walk around the city. I love to hang out with friends and go out for dinners. I also love going to class and learning new things from my professors. And I also work as a graphic designer for the Marino Recreation Center on campus. I also love to work out and grab Blank Street matchas. I wanted to do the 7-day no scroll challenge because I wanted to challenge myself to be a better me. Every day, I want to be a better version of myself, and this was one of the things that could help me go in that direction. I wanted to see how mentally clear and how different I would feel after those 7 days. I'm looking forward to the end of this challenge and how I feel. Let's get started with the evening of day 1.
I immediately noticed a couple hours after I woke up, I was very in the moment and it was easier for me to understand things. When you automatically wake up and you're scrolling, you put thoughts in your head that weren't necessarily supposed to be there. All this random information that you didn't need. The second thing I noticed was I noticed small details. I noticed different types of clouds. The way the wind was moving the leaves on trees. I would see birds, like little things like that are a part of life that I would miss. Another thing that I noticed was breathing. When you're just sitting there for a second, I was reminded that just being and being bored is a good thing, and we can't do that. We can't just be and sit. So I challenge you, if you're doing this challenge, to not go on your computer for a part of the day or your phone and just name things out loud in front of you. I also noticed that it was easier for me to understand directions. My mind hasn't been as cloudy as it was literally yesterday. I've been able to do things that I would procrastinate about. Also, if you are a constant music listener, to crank that down a notch as well. Music is wonderful. I love music. I listen to it all the time. Having silence is really important as well, so I really suggest incorporating that as well if you do this challenge. I can't wait to start day 2, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Good night.
Scrolling is something that takes us away from the present moment. It is an action that consumes our lives. It is the choices that we make that have brought us to this point. I hung out with friends, and I even found my appreciation for reading again. I got to pay attention to the little things that I didn't pay attention to before. I got to recognize that this is not a trial run. This is our life. Hi everyone, so it is the afternoon of day 2, and I just wanted to update you guys on the things that I've been noticing. So right now I'm just getting ready to go to Beacon Hill. Right now I'm applying the CeraVe Ultra Light Moisturizing Lotion with SPF 30. And if you guys have any sunscreen recommendations, please let me know. If you don't know what Beacon Hill is or never heard of it, it is a very famous place in Boston, right near the Boston Commons, well, right next to it. So it's day 2 and I keep finding that I have these urges to scroll. Night before I went to bed, after I recorded like the end of the day part of the video, I was scrolling through my Snapchat memories, and it's almost like muscle memory to want to do any type of scrolling anywhere. I've also noticed that I will scroll through, not shorts, but I will scroll through titles of the YouTube videos. I think that's so telling, and it's just something that I really need to work on. I feel a lot more confident in the way of like, okay, like I can do this. And I'm so excited to see how I feel at the end of this. I feel more mentally clear. I can organize what I need to do in my mind so much easier. I'm also not overanalyzing everything. I catastrophize a lot, so the phone did not help me with that at all. If you guys cannot tell, I am not a makeup pro. So if you have any advice on the way that I apply my makeup to any products that you recommend, I really want to get more into makeup. One of the places that I have been scrolling on without even realizing is LinkedIn, and I think that still counts, so I'm not gonna do that anymore. The amount of time that I'm saving from not waking up and automatically scrolling is actually insane. Now that I think about it, the amount of times that I've been late to places because I've scrolled. Like, that is an issue. Hi everyone, so I just got ready and I'm getting ready to leave the house, and it's about 2:30. So we are going a little bit slow, and that is fine. So we are going to head to Beacon Hill. So let's go. As humans, we have learned that being bored is a bad thing. Having silence is wrong, and not having something to do is an issue. We are constantly moving on to the next thing and not even noticing the present moment. We have to find the peace in the chaos. We can't even recognize the things that we have accomplished because we are ready to move on to the next big thing. Hi everyone, so it is officially the end of day 2 of no scrolling for 7 days. I want to continue not listening to music as much. I was on a reading kick a couple months ago. Every night I would read. I would literally get obsessed with books. I would finish them very quickly. I really like mystery books as well, and self-help books, and I really like a lot of different types of books, so if you have any recommendations, I would love to hear them. One of my favorite book series is the Handmaid's Tale books. I love the show. I love the books. I just think it's a very well-written book and series. It's actually one of my best friend's birthdays, so if you're watching this, Icy, happy birthday. She's so special to me, and she has a really special place in my heart. I want to make it clear that I have Instagram deleted. I have Visco, Pinterest, and YouTube. I find myself in moments still where I want to sit down and scroll. There's something that's pulling me to it, and a lot of the content that I would consume is fitness content, and not all of it was bad. It was just, it's also a matter of overflowing your brain with content. You can't even form your own thoughts at that point. It's day 3 of no scrolling for a week. Give it up for day 3.
Day 15! Give it up for day 15!
If you know where that's from, you're a real one. On today's agenda, we have my best friend's birthday dinner tonight. Morning, I have to go into work. I work as a graphic designer on campus for my university's gym. I don't work directly in the gym. I work at this other gym facility that we have on campus. The other thing on our agenda today is running 9 miles. I don't know where that's gonna fit. I have to do a lot of homework today, so I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do it because it is in my training plan
and I almost have to do it because it's like the day where it goes where it's supposed to be. And I haven't hit a 9-miler since I started randomly running long distance again. Everyone, so I just finished doing my makeup. I just did a little bit of mascara and I brushed on my eyebrows. I'm not gonna do any face makeup, maybe a little blush, and I will see you guys at work. Bye.
On Monday, we're waiting for Friday. And then on Sunday again, we are waiting for the next weekend. In winter, we are waiting for summer. And when it's raining, we're waiting for sunshine. We are constantly looking into the future and not looking into the present. We have to start by looking at everything around us, looking at what we have, how lucky we are, appreciating the people in our lives, appreciating the things that we can do in our lives.
Hi everyone, so I'm running 9 miles today. I'm currently training for a 15K. I've been slowly upping the mileage as time has gone on, but let's finish this run. Okay, so I just finished 7 miles and we have 2 more to go. And I was thinking about not doing the 9, but I did not want 7 miles to not do 2. It's ridiculous. So let's finish it up. Good morning, everybody. It is day 4, and I didn't record much last night because it was my best friend's birthday, but we had a really good dinner. I'm really excited to continue the snow scrolling. On today's agenda, we have class later, and I have work at 11:30. I also have to clean my room and go to the gym. So let's start the day. Hey everyone, so I'm currently waiting for the train. I got tissue paper, and I got eggs and sourdough, and I think that's it. That's what I needed. But I'm gonna go back to my apartment and I'm going to make some lunch, and then I have class at 5:50 today. I still cannot believe that this is day 4. I feel like it has not been that long. I feel like I can remember things better and my brain isn't always clouded by crap. I want you to ask yourself, like, are you nice to yourself? Really ask yourself that question. It being day 4 is making me really think about the types of thoughts that I have without social media. Something about me is I get really crazy before period symptoms, during period symptoms, and after period symptoms. And I've had really deep feelings of doom recently. For me, it's almost that I'm doing something wrong or something bad is going to happen. Get ready and go for a little walk. I'm currently charging my Apple Watch, and this is my work shirt. What do we think? I'm not a fitness consultant. I'm a graphic designer at my school. It's also made me do my laundry a lot more because I need to have these clean. Yeah, so we're gonna go on a small walk. I ran 9 miles yesterday, so we're gonna get the blood flowing to recover my muscles. Hi everyone, welcome to day 5. I think it's day 5.
15!
And this morning it is 7 a.m. I haven't woken up at 7 a.m. in a couple of days, but
it's going to be my regular soon because of my internship. So this morning I'm meeting my boyfriend's mom to get breakfast. I've given myself like 10 minutes to get ready because I don't have that much time, so we're gonna do something very minimal. My friends here in Boston, they are really good at makeup and they know how to do makeup. I remember when I first started lip lining and I was so bad at it. Hi everyone, I wanted to welcome you all to day 6. I cannot believe we've already made it to day 6. And I'm sorry that I didn't record as much yesterday. I've been so busy with final stuff. But we have our cookies and cream iced latte here. And I'm eating yogurt and I'm just really stressed. And sometimes when I get really stressed, I don't really feel like eating. So I'm trying to eat. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did download Instagram yesterday and the night before, and I just saw like what my friends were doing for maybe like 10 minutes, and then I went back and I deleted it. I didn't stay there and scroll through reels or anything. I guess it's just about finding a balance, and I'll do a whole spiel at the end of this video, like everything that I've learned in a short period of time. One of the really random things that I was thinking about when I was working is that I like to write, and we used to write so much in school, and ever since school I feel like in college like I never really got to write as much. Now that I'm looking back at when I was maybe 16, like I was doing so much. I was like playing club soccer, I was traveling around the country, like I was always busy. I was doing track. Like I didn't have a lot of time to sit there and scroll. Not that I have that time now. I've made that time for it, and I've been realizing that, and it reminded me that we make time for things that we care about, and that is not something I care about. I feel like honestly like so much mentally better. I can actually think, and I can also process emotions better. Not to say that I will never go on Instagram again. I love the app and I think that it is a fun app. I think that there are a lot of good parts to it, but I think there are a lot of bad parts to it as well. Just kind of you have to just be careful about how much time you're spending on these things. I get questions about my lashes in real life, and this is the telescopic carbon black mascara. I also like the regular telescopic mascara, but I like the carbon black because it's like very dark and makes your eyes stand out more. And at first I didn't really like it because I wasn't used to it, but to keep the energy up as the day continues, and using the hashtag #YourSummerYourStreet to create more engagement. And so this campaign is not just promotional. Hi guys, so it is day 6 or day 7. Is it day 7? If it is, it's crazy. I got my hair done and it's like really sweaty. I've been like sweating, but yeah. Hi everyone, I want to thank you so much for getting to the end of this video, and I appreciate you watching the entire thing. And I hope that you got inspired, but I also hope that you learned something from this video. This is actually a couple days after I finished the challenge. I've actually re-downloaded Instagram, but I'm not scrolling there for hours. After every time I use Instagram, I do delete it after 99% of the time since this challenge. I'd say it's been about 4 days since this challenge has ended. I'm really happy with the entire outcome of this challenge. I think that I have learned so much about myself. I've always known that I am resilient. Throughout the week, I was getting small urges to scroll. It wasn't anything crazy. If I gave up coffee, I feel like that would have been harder than this. I did find that smaller things like doing laundry were easier because I wasn't procrastinating them as much. By doing this challenge, you also create more time and you realize that you actually have a lot more time than you think. I've also listened to a couple podcasts. I did say in the beginning of the challenge that I wasn't listening to as much music, which is true. And I only listened to a couple podcasts because I drove back home, which is around a 3-hour drive. From this podcast, I learned that scrolling is a really big problem for every age group. Scrolling is something that we need to take control of before it completely takes over us. We need to face it and we have to be honest with ourselves. One of the videos that I watched a while ago before I thought of doing this challenge was a no week of scrolling, or it was a month of not scrolling. And this girl claimed, when I look back at this time in my life, do I want to not remember anything because I'm constantly scrolling? It actually made me do the 7-day no scrolling without recording it before. So yes, I've done this challenge, but immediately after that, I kind of went back into my old ways. When you are focused on your own life and yourself and constantly not looking at other people's lives, you realize a lot of things. This is your life, and you need to understand that looking at other people's lives all day is not going to get you to where you want to be. You constantly watching them and watching what they're doing in their daily lives is taking away from your life. However, I did keep YouTube around when I was doing this challenge. So whenever I did have an urge to scroll, I watched a long form content video. Yes, I was watching videos, but they were not short content videos, and they were also educational videos. I already mentioned this, but I found my love for reading again, but I also found my love to write again. I found my love of learning again. I'm actually really curious about things, and it's only been a week. Busy because scrolling takes over your entire brain. It really does. I think that it does a lot to our brains that is really, really negative, and I'm so happy that I did this challenge, and I hope you guys do this challenge. If you do, please let me know and let me know how it goes. But I am so happy with the results. I am so happy that I did it, and I cannot even begin to explain how much I recommend this challenge. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my first video, and I'm so excited to continue posting on YouTube. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, so the fact that I'm finally, putting the step, so the fact that I'm finally making that first step and posting my first video is huge for me. So if you like this content, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!